We're in North County Dublin today in Lusk. Don't tell Colette and Scrumptious, but we're in Skinny Patch Cafe. Yeah. And welcome to a little less Milano, a little more Marino, with poet storyteller Martin Holohan. Thanks Martin for showing us a lovely tour of North County Dublin.
Very welcome.
I know Hello Hinterland, that's one of your original works.
Yeah, that's the original one, Hello Hinterland. Yeah, that's in good bookshops, and especially in the Tads and Tadpoles there on Drury Street, and then through the publisher Choice Publishing. Just go on to Choice Publishing, they're based in Drogheda, and you can get a copy there and they'll ship it out to you.
Lovely. And you're working on your second publication as well?
Absolutely. Yeah, the second one is basically where I'm from. It's all about what happened to me sort of growing up, being involved in Kildare. It's called Out of Kildare, but specifically around the town of two towns, Ardclough and Selbridge, and it's called Out of Kildare, Chronicles of a Selbridge Childhood. That's already in production, 100 poems. Claire Lynch has already been paid a deposit to start illustration, so she's a busy bee at the moment, but that's going to look very good because it's going to be the same type of illustration, very vibrant.
Lovely, and I love how the illustrations tie in with the narrative, and if it's anything like you've told me just in our passing discussions about Selbridge, I think it's really looking forward to it.
Very good.
I met Martin originally in a shared co-working space, and the first thing I noticed was Martin, this voice, this incredible voice came from across the room. I was like, who is that man? And I obviously got to know Martin, the great work he does, but also we got to talk then more, just conversations. I heard echoes of books and stories and folklore, and Martin's going to tell us a bit about that. But immediately from talking to Martin was this incredible description of Kildare, his hometown, and I thought, wow, what was that about? So over the months after, we kind of got chatting in the shared canteen space, and again, just Martin, I've never heard in an office space such a warmth of language, and I thought, right, whatever this guy has, I want to find out more. So since then, I've gotten to know a bit about Martin and his books he's working on, and some more projects. But he's brought us out here to Lusk, and I'm delighted to be here in Skinny Batch Cafe. And Martin's going to give us a taste of Lusk and a taste of some of the inspiration from North County Dublin.
Yeah, Lusk. Yeah, so this is kind of where it all began for me around 5 or 6 years ago.
Lovely.
When I decided to come out to find somewhere in Fingal. Two things: A, where I could afford to live, and then B, to where I could basically have the time and space to write. A kind of a quiet village, sort of nondescript, but that's very conducive for writing.
Lovely. And we've the overhang of the beautiful church up there.
The old church, and that's the kind of the castle where we're going to now.
Lovely.
Yeah, Lusk, small little castle.
There seems to be a lovely little artistic, we've the Lusk exhibition here, Vision. There seems to be again a lot of creativity going around.
Yeah, a lot of creativity for the size of the place, because you see you're entering what they call a region of Fingal, and it is an actual area called the Hinterland.
No way.
Absolutely. So that's why when you're talking about the book again, that's why I called it Hello Hinterland, because I'm here, and rather being overwhelmed by it being rural, I'm going to hug the ruralness.
And it's funny you mentioned Hinterland. My cousin actually participates in the Hinterland Festival in Kells.
Yeah, and I've heard of that. Yeah, but I've never been to it now. But.
Was it the Hay Festival in Hinterland that kind of?
Yes. Hello Hinterland. Hello Hinterland, hello sea. Hello to the rolling hills, Lusk and Rush and Loch Shinny. Hello history, St. McCullen and before Cú Cullen's wife. Hello again this Hinterland. You gave me a lovely, lonely, rural life.
Lovely. So again, when you talk of your relationship with Lusk,
when you talk about say my relationship with Lusk, it's about creation and trust. It's basically that I know what it has given me, time and space to write at a time of my life where I'm really ready to do that.
Okay, yeah.
And then secondly, that trust with the town, that that it's a good place, that you're both kind of going to grow kind of together, rather it being just becoming like a commuter town.
I like that.
It has a lovely old history, and the town itself is nearly listed, so it can't become a commuter town.
Yeah, so it sounds as if there's almost that desire for you to celebrate it, rather than you know,
yes, yeah.
you know, celebrate what it's given you, and there seems to be almost an exchange going on, you know?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Like if we turn around now, there's the church, there's the road out there,
yeah.
and that leads right into open countryside within about, I mean, say about 3 minutes, 4 minutes of cycling.
Lovely.
So that's a lovely thing to have.
Yes.
Yeah, because I think that's an important philosophy, because sometimes we miss the point because we always think that we must dig out.
Okay, yes.
Or we must escape. We must fly out. We must go somewhere else.
Yeah, yeah.
Where basically, no, dig down and find your bone.
Yeah, and
stop looking for your bone in Manhattan or California, or you have to be in Vancouver. No, so maybe it's nursing in Australia. That's fine, but it doesn't always have to be that.
I think I like that, you know, and it is. There's a real urgency in your voice about, you know, saying no. This is here. This is great. There's a space for this now.
That's what has informed the big well too, right? Because it's like you've gathered all your chestnuts. Now it's time to roll them out. Otherwise, you know, there'll always be another time to write, another tomorrow, or somewhere else to be. Okay, and I'm going to show you what I say. But again, I come in here, not supposedly for organised religion. I come in here because the church affords a very reflective place to sit, like what we're talking about before coming in. Being able to be slow. And therefore, you know, I have my seat, talking about places, and I sit usually down around here. And I might say a little prayer, you know, say for my wife and child, Poet Martin. And then this is where I find you're bringing in the muse. And I was here one day, and I was thinking how we're all getting old. And then this poem, which is one of my favourites, came to life. And it's called Senescence. I'm not afraid of growing old, watching wrinkles fold over skin and bone. The memory swayed from so much sowed, yet the head and heart can mend, we know. I'm not afraid of clocking time. I am now, and the now is mine. So every note, so every rhyme may rest in peace, in silent chime. So you see, David, you know, that's a kind of thing that you can only write like that if you have space. And again, somewhere like here, the relationship at the church here, you could come here every day at this time and there's no one here. And of course, a writer likes that.
Okay. So again, starting off with our 4 shapes, we have our triangle, we have our circle, we have our square, and our long rectangle here in North County Dublin with the obvious triangles. Okay, so like so, and we're definitely other square like so, and definitely got the vista at ground level here. It's like one of those Nintendo video games, Princess inside at the very top. Just bringing the shapes down from above. Here we go. And again, we've got some initial rounded pillars there, so to give it that kind of circular hint, a nice little trick is just to put a few lines like this. It'll help to give it a rounded look. So again, when drawing those rounded columns, we can start off with a straight line. So again, there's another one on the side of the church here like so. And then to make it look a bit rounded, what you can do is get the side of your pencil and really just scratch in like that, up and down, up and down. And what that gives is a lovely little rounded view like that. Lovely. Right. Okay, so we'll just back up to the top of our castle, like church, like so. Again, just architecture again is a great way for practicing because it doesn't move. It's like my grandfather used to always say when I'm playing football, it's, you know, if you're taking a free kick off the ground, do you kick it off the ground or from your hands? And he used to always say, always place the ball on the ground. That way there's less to contend with, less moving variables. So again, something about architecture is a great way for building confidence when you're learning to sketch from life. So again, looking at those little details that build confidence. The windows, again, little semicircle on top, like so. And yeah, this church has just really captured my imagination this morning here in North County Dublin. And again, we've got the rounded parts of the church, so to make those look a bit rounded, we can come back to those. But again, just sticking with what we can see, and if it's the windows, then we'll go with those for the moment. So we've got a few more down here. Lovely. Great. And a few slats like that. And again, some of the tombstones as well. And just at ground level here, so pop those in. Of us here. It's a lovely sun here this morning in North County Dublin. And again, that's what we're looking for. Just noticing as we look at the objects, the stones, the rocks, just with the sun, it's very much coming into the right of our picture. So again, that's going to mean everything on this side will have a much more of a shadow. And we're just tickling the page with our pencil, like so. Lovely. Okay, now as the wind blows, we're going to now just look at so obviously one of the first things that comes to mind that we notice with the church is the lovely stonework. So again, looking really at, okay, we're not going to put in every single individual stone, but what we can do is put in one or two just to give and let the eyes do the rest. So again, put in one or two little blocks like so, and it's amazing, our eye then tends to say, oh yeah, I get it now, that church is made of stone. There's loads, they're all those bricks, and our eyes tends to do the rest of the work. But it's a bit like let the ball do the work. We're full of sports metaphors this morning here in North County Dublin. So again, the sun, as you can see, is cascading in from our right, leaving the church in a bit of shade this morning. So we can echo that on our page. And again, just if you want to get the side of your pencil, it's a great way to lace in some shadow, like so. Bit of our page, everything on the right side is going to be a little darker, and then again, just going to put in one or two bricks like that. Great, and then some of the circle work there. And again, there's some plants hanging in and around there, and it's a really great shape to the building. Again, we're looking to create some of that rounded effect. So again, the shadow, the tombstones across the grass, just a little square of shadow here.